Hello and welcome to everyone that has joined Gameffine today, and today we are going to review Rainbow Six Extraction that has been released today, and let's just without any further ado dive right into it. The newly formed team from Rainbow Six Siege has finally arrived and got their hands on an actual Avengers level threat. An alien parasite known as the Archean is now infecting all over the world. Rainbow Six 18 prime operators have been deployed on the field, with 3 operators leading the mission from the primary mission room. Their primary goal is to understand their threat and eradicate them from existence like an actual virus. This venture is also known as Rainbow Exogenous Analysis and Containment Team, or in short, REACT. The virus has spread their reach over different parts of the world, including New York, San Francisco, Alaska, and where it all began, New Mexico. Each of these places have 3 maps in itself that you can play at any time with the choice of your difficulty with rotating objectives. You will also unlock weekly assignments that is pretty much similar to the insurgency mode in the Far Cry 6. And finally the Maelstrom missions that will test all of your skills in extreme difficulties, extreme conditions, and will also give you a ranking system so you can see how well you are performing as compared to the rest of the world playing Rainbow Six Extraction. The lore is pretty straightforward and nothing too interesting to dwell into. I'll be honest, I still need a lot more hours to see the ending, but until yet there's not too much interesting happening. The CGI is quality Ubisoft standard, however the game is still same as Rainbow Six Siege's annual engine and looks only 5 to 10% better than Siege. On next-gen consoles like the PS5, it looks nothing too great as compared to modern releases. The UI, HUD and the entire experience, however, looks and feels pretty amazing and should be appreciated. The progression on the other hand feels like a mobile game. Each operator can gain experience and progress up to 10 levels. All experience that you gather in total will cumulatively contribute towards your overall progression. Each progression will unlock skins and items, levels and react tech. So there is no real linear progression but just a grind and get better format. Which brings us to the fact that the game may sound and feel like another Back 4 Blood or L4D2 experience, but on the contrary, it is a tactical experience on how to fight an alien invasion. Ruthless run and gun and killing all the way is not something that you should be doing in this game. Your entire operation is based on intel gathering and research purposes. During starting levels, you will be tasked with 3 objectives that you can perform in each area. After each objective, you can extract yourself or proceed in the next subzone to continue your next objective. At any time, you can extract yourself since dying is not an option. Each time you are knocked out, you will be formed up with React Tech to prevent the virus from absorbing you. In the very next mission, your objective will be to recover the operator you just lost. So think twice before you risk your operator, or you will be risking another operator trying to rescue him and falling in an endless cycle until this becomes Watch Dogs Legion. Talking of Watch Dogs Legion, just like each agent had 2 prime abilities, each operator in Siege can level up and gain 2 prime perks and additional status buff that the operator gets on its abilities, running speed, armor, etc. For higher levels, there is no option but to level up your operator first before going in. This is a good way to help players understand how to tactically approach your objectives and learn the grounds of the game, since the game requires you to think smarter than faster. And now let's talk about the things that we think this game has nailed on. R6 Extraction allows players to use their abilities in an actual situation, which is very satisfying to original Siege players. The abilities work pretty efficiently against the Archeans, hence making each operator unique in itself. R6 Extraction will make you forget your sprint button. Unless you're running for your life, tacticalism is vital and key to success, and a teamwork will always make the dream work. So if you're gaming with your squad for a long time, this is where your actual test begins. There is a huge Archean ecosystem with a variety of enemies types to deal with. On higher levels, you will get even more diverse ecosystem who are stronger, and you might have to face mutation, and boy oh boy, you don't want to face these mutations. As you progress, just be prepared for the higher levels. Playing with friends will actually increase the difficulty a little bit, will increase the enemies, and overall will make a good experience for a 3-man playstyle. And trust me, the game is better played co-op. It is better to have someone watching your back all the time, so you can all coordinate yourself back and forth and better do the objectives. And with the power of Xbox Game Pass, I don't think this should be much of a problem anymore. And additionally, a buddy system has also been implemented in the game, which will release shortly after the official launch. The buddy pass will allow any of your friends to play the game for up to 14 days without any timers. Now you will for sure find your own good facts and own things that you like about the game, but let's talk about the flaws that we think are a problem in Rainbow Six Extraction. Starting with the price tag. Although 2000 INR is still an okayish price. I mean, I'm not totally happy with it, but still better than the console price of 3000 INR. The game isn't actually any better in terms of the graphics since it's pretty much Rainbow Six Siege all over again. And the point of next gen consoles, where next gen consoles can actually render really good quality, I mean, it does not actually utilize that power, and I don't think that it should actually be on the 3000 price tag. However, we should point out that Ubisoft made a great decision putting this on the Game Pass so that people who are still dicey about the game, if they want to actually get it or not, can still play it on the Xbox Game Pass. And a lot of players are definitely going to play this with their friends using the power of Game Pass. After a while, you may actually end up memorizing the map and the objectives will become repetitive and boring. And if you're playing it in a single long run, I don't think you will want to play this for more than 2 to 3 hours. It will be pretty fun for the first few hours each time you play it, but it might just get very boring after you're just doing the same missions all over again. However, this game actually wants you to try out the higher difficulties level. It actually wants to give you a challenge because on the higher difficulties levels there actually exist more objectives, more ecosystem that the game wants you to fight in and the game wants you to be in. But to be in that level, you need to actually learn the game first, and you need to actually grind a lot of operators to actually level 6 or 7 to actually get a chance to survive in that difficulty level, because each time the difficulty increases it gets really hard, and each time you're detected there is a swarm of enemy that you just want to run from. The progression system is literally like a mobile game. There's no actual engaging lore or progression system. There's no skill tree to make our character do something different. At the max, we can choose a couple of react techs which are only good in the near end of the list, which will take a lot of time to grind. Lastly, the game is pretty hard and not welcoming to new players to play solo. This means I need to prioritize having friends or a squad, which does not make sense if each of you has to pay 3000 per copy of the game just to play together if you don't have the buddy pass. Combining everything we've just said, Extraction is a very fresh and tactical take in games of this genre. Playing with friends is hilarious, stressful, and requires back and forth communication and a need to watch each other's back. Having 18 operators to choose from, you will always have an option to choose your best playstyle. We feel the game is bit overpriced on the audience it targets and the graphic it offers. You may feel the game is getting repetitive, but upon increasing the difficulty, you will face new objectives, new enemy types, a new experience, and a whole new, harder, stressful situation to be in that you need to play again and again to actually figure out how you can make it out alive from that situation. But for that, once again, it requires some of your time to grind the characters to get them to an actual higher level and a good set of react tech to actually get a fighting chance. So the question is, are you brave enough to make it through? Will your squad come out alive from this Archean thread? We are excited to see that. We at Team Gameffine together have given the score of 7 out of 10, which is still a great score. The team includes 2 veteran game reviewers that have been reviewing the games for almost 5+ years now, one professional Rainbow Six Siege content creator, and myself. And with that, we think using the power of Xbox Game Pass, you should definitely dive in right now and defeat this alien invasion. To be honest, we are more excited for the post-launch content that are planned up for this game. We are more excited for the DLCs, but that will take a little bit of waiting. Until then, thank you so much for joining into Gameffine. Make sure you like all our videos, make sure you comment on this video, make sure you share your thoughts on how you feel about this take on Ubisoft. If you've already played Extraction, do let us know how you feel. And with that, this was me, UD. Thank you so much for tuning into Gameffine. Peace out.